morning, guys. I'm on this side. I'm over here now. Grid life, Midwest. This place is nuts. This is great fun. And here we are in a 7th generation, a 2002 Bug-Eye JDM STI that's been modified. Now, I know I've said before, I'm done with Subarus. I got nothing else to say about Subarus, and that's sort of true. I got nothing else to say about Subarus, but I have never driven an actual JDM STI where you drive on the right and it has the 2-liter engine, not the 2.5 that we got here in the States. This one has been modified with coilovers, some other suspension bits. It also has a bigger turbo, a bigger intercooler. It's got the water injection, or the water intercooler sprayer. It has a bunch of parts. I can't remember them all, frankly. They're in the video description, but it's making, according to Tyler, this car's owner, about 400 wheel horsepower. So this should be a proper riot, this thing. I'm hoping that it drives differently from the other Subarus that I've driven. And if it doesn't, well, then I will have learned a lesson. But here's to hoping. And also we're doing on the track, it's got the factory Brembo brakes, 6-speed gearbox, it has no traction control, but it does have a mini disc player and a Japanese toll tag machine that speaks to you in Japanese every time you start the car. I thought maybe he had converted this from a USDM car, but he didn't. This is JDM to the max, speedos in kilometers, and apparently it should be making around 22 PSI of peak boost, but I'm told to watch the gauge, and if it goes to 30, then we may have a problem. Very clean car, 99,000 kilometers, and as soon as they give me the big old thumbs up, we're going to head out on the track, and it's going to be awesome. And we're off. All right, got to get used to being on this side of the car. I'm over here now. Ooh, that feels good already. This engine, even just 2 corners in, feels way more lively than the USDM engine. Ooh, and it makes all the right sounds. Let's feel out the brake pedal. I'm gonna take this in 3rd. This has sharper steering than the last 7th gen I drove too. 4th gear. I'm sorry I have to drive with the windows down, folks. It's not my preferred thing for making videos, but track rules are track rules, and it's a privilege to be a grid life, not a right. Wow, that turns in beautifully. Interesting to place the car when you're sitting on the other side of it. I'm not used to seeing this track from this seat, so forgive me if my lines and my wheel placement is not perfect. All right, I don't know if it's the JDM-ness or the modifications, but this is better than the US spec car. Faux show. Let's see how it behaves diving into turn 10. Lots of grip at the front end. Federal 595 tires, that I do know. Red line's at 8. Oh, she goes. Wow. All right, my first lap, so I don't want to smoke the brakes because they are Brembos, but they are on street pads, and ay, ay, ay. Ay, Poppy. Oh, the pads are already feeling really warm. And now we get to dice it out in traffic. In traffico! Oh, little progressive 4-wheeler slide there. Brakes are already a little warm. This thing with some track pads would be a monster. As it is with the street pads, it's a little bit of a challenge to manage those brakes. It turns in just beautifully though. I really like how it takes this complex here. Look at this. Just a bit of 4-wheel slide and onto the power. Beautiful little car. A set of pads away from greatness, folks. This thing rips. Even right on my first lap, you know, I feel comfortable with it. Oh, shouldn't hit the end of that curve, but I feel all right. Really just working on placing these wheels where they need to go. Brakes are going to be the issue here. It's very fun. Super fun. I'm definitely going to cook these brakes righto though. Oh, and look what has pulled out onto the track. A beautiful 993 GT2. And I blew the apex, but I'm going to follow this Porsche. What a beautiful view to have in front of you when you're running the track is this kind of 911. One of the only Porsches here. There's this and a Cayman GT4. That's about it. Brake pedal's getting real mushy, folks. The rest of the car feels great. Tires are holding up. Engine feels good. Temps are right in the middle where they need to be. But I'm going to have to start braking very, very early because the brakes just don't have it. Especially not compared to 993 GT2 race car. Off the end of this curve. Let's not touch there. Hold one constant radius through this complex. Come on, brakes, don't fail me now. Good rotation on a lift there. We're feeling good, we're feeling good. I could dive bomb there, but probably not a good idea. Great pedal placement for heel-toe driving. How about this Miata with the downforce? The Aero. Get it on, get it on, get it on. Gotta get it on. If I can get my line right here. There we go. 8,000 RPM red line for this thing is really, really delightful. Leave it in third. Great grip at the mid corner. That's really where this car shines. Thank you, sir. Ho-ho! Boy, am I enjoying this. These brakes are going to start giving me trouble real soon. Other than the brakes, man, this car's a rock star. Oh, someone's off in 10, 240 in the grass. I really had to stand on that brake pedal. Yeah, the brakes are getting real soft on me. I'm gonna make this my last lap, otherwise this is gonna get super sketchy. And in fact, this Integra is doing a real good job of riding my bumper. I'm actually going to give that gentleman a point by. He can have it. He earned that. He did a really good job there riding my bumper. He gets points. I got by him, but he got back by me. This car with a set of brake pads would be such a rock star. As it is, it's very good. Very good. Super impressive. The way it turns in, the rev-happy nature of the engine is just so much better than the USDM engine. It's really good. I'm gonna cool out these brakes by giving the E46 a point by. And I'm just gonna try and settle these brake pads down a bit before we bring it back in so I don't get this thing en fuego. But definitely good with the JDM STI. All about it. Super cool car. Giving a couple of point buys here because I'm just trying to finish out this lap without braking to get some air over those pads and cool them down. But wow, you know, I thought I was done with Subaru. How did he end up further down there? I really thought I was going to be 100% done with Subarus, but just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. And what a beautiful little driving car. It's fast, it handles well, it's really quite lively, and it's got a lot of feel to it. You know, it's still got a bit of that dead zone on center like some of these Subarus have, especially of this generation, but really fun, really easy to find the limit of and drive quickly. Track pads and fluid. You know, it's as every time we take one of these cars out on track, we just learn that what you really need are track pads and fluid for track work, because even though these street pads are good for 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 stops, to get 5 laps out of these things is a challenge. And you know, there's probably 6-7 seconds in this car in brake pads and fluid alone. But thank you to Tyler, the owner. This was a really fun treat. Thank you to him for bringing this car out. And check out the build list in the description of the video. Really nice car, really good build, very clean, really fun to drive. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time from Grid Life Motorsports and Music Festival. Peace out.